Your first set of exercises are done sitting in a sturdy chair. People with Parkinson's are afflicted with stiffness. By the time you get diagnosed, you've probably had Parkinson's for 3 or 4 years, and the spine has stiffened, the ankles have stiffened, knees, hips, shoulders, hands. You can see it with a person with Parkinson's. Often the hands will sort of cling together this way, and one of them or both of them will be curled up a little bit, just stiff that way. The elbows won't straighten all the way. The shoulders will only raise a certain height. This set of exercises are designed to gradually push back against that stiffness. Here's how we begin. You start with a tennis ball. You put the tennis ball on the floor. Adjust your posture so you can put your foot right on top of the tennis ball and press down. Press down and maybe even roll the ball forward and back. It should hurt a little bit, but not a lot. What I call hurts good. That means that it's waking up the nerves in the bottom of your foot. Shift to the other side. Same thing. Back and forth, back and forth. You're trying to challenge that numbness and that sense of stiffness. Good. Balance begins in the bottoms of your feet. So you want to kind of wake your feet up. That's the first thing. Then, take up the tennis ball into your hand. Next we'll work with those hands that kind of curl up. We're going to force those fingers apart by taking the tennis ball and pressing it down between the fingers so that it hurts a little bit, and then go on to the next pair. Make sure they're just side by side like that, and press again. Good. And then finally the third one down here. Press. All right? Go to the other hand. Press down, wiggle it a little bit. Go to the next pair, wiggle a little, and go to the next pair. Back and forth, both sides. Just get used to warming up your hands by stretching your fingers apart. All right. Now once your fingers are apart, make a nice basket with it, sort of like a catcher's mitt, where the hand is spread as wide as you can across here. And you put the ball in the basket like this. Now the tendency is to want to grasp the ball. Hold it loosely, like so. That's it. Or so you can let it roll a little bit without grabbing it. Maybe shake it a little like you're shaking dice. Yeah? And then the other hand, same thing. Now, if you lose the ball, just let it go. Don't chase it. Just let it go. Instead, go after a second ball. Here you are. So you've got plenty. You can do fine. Right? Rattle it around, rattle it around, rattle it around, and pass it from hand to hand. Now at first you may be passing it just a little short distance like this, but after a while you'll be able to drop it from a farther distance. Your hand will open wide, and then when the ball gets there, you'll close from side to side. Good. All right. Now make a fist with your hand and set the tennis ball on top of the fist like that. Just like sort of teeing up a ball. If this was a golf tee or an ice cream cone, right? We call this the candle. It's sort of like holding a candle up to see where you're going, right? You can kind of move it around a little bit. Now notice that your hand knows how to balance the ball. You can even close your eyes and the ball will still stay balanced because every muscle in your body knows where down is. Okay? With your eyes closed, see if you can put that on the other fist. Good. And move that around. Good. So you can sort of feel your body inside, balancing that ball, not using your eyes. That your hand just knows how to balance the ball. Good. All right. Now then, let's go on to the next one. Flatten your hand like this and push down with your middle finger so you can make a little cradle out here. Some people will do it with just two. Some people like it back here. I like it right out there. So I have all three fingers to make a little cradle and hold the ball steady. Good. Other side, little cradle, just to hold the ball steady and flat. Now this may be one of those times when you start losing a tennis ball. Don't chase them. Just get another one. Good. There you are. Balance it. Move it around a little bit. And close your eyes. You can balance it with your eyes closed. Good. All right. Now then, your hands should be waked up somewhat by now. The tremor that a person with Parkinson's feels is a resting tremor. When your hand is at rest, when it's not doing anything, sometimes you'll see this little tremor. And for most people that doesn't bother them much, but if it does bother you sometime, if you'd prefer not to have your hand tremor, you put your hand out like you're holding an imaginary ball. Right? And just that amount of mindfulness, your mind fills up your hand and holds it steady. Now, as soon as your mind goes away, it may start to tremor again. Bring your mind back. Good. So you can feel that mindfulness is one of the things you'll learn through these exercises. All right. Let's put the tennis ball down and get kind of comfortable here for a moment. Now your hands, let's let them dance a bit together, huh? Let them just sort of flow around each other like that. And close your eyes while they dance. Now, you can feel both hands, and they can tell where the other hand is. If when you're dancing you decide not to let your hands touch each other, even though they come pretty close, now and then they may be a little brush. Oh, I touched. Good. So you're feeling your mind is in your hands while you're doing that hand dance. We'll do more with that feeling of kinesthesia, where your mind is inside your body, sort of like a hand inside a glove. Your mind inside your body like a hand inside a glove. All right. Next set of exercises have to do with stiffness in your spine. Now, by the time you start doing exercises, you've probably had Parkinson's for 3 to 5 years. So you've already stiffened up somewhat in your spine. That's most likely that's the case. Some people not, but most people they will. Here's what I want you to do for that. You sit on the front edge of your chair. Now, for most people with Parkinson's, that scooting forward is hard to do. But if you walk forward on your buns like this, just walk, 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 until you're right out on the edge of your chair. Good. You can just feel with your sit bones right underneath your bottom, right to the edge of the chair. That's the good place. Then set your feet wide apart and your knees wide apart. In fact, set them as wide apart as you possibly can. With Parkinson's, this big muscle inside the knee tends to pull your knee inward like this, and that makes your balance unsteady when you're standing up. So our first stretch, besides stretching the spine, will stretch this big muscle, this big set of muscles right through here. Here's how it's done. You're sitting forward in the chair. You're sitting up nice and straight. Good. Lace your fingers together with your thumbs up. Good. Thumbs down and push. Notice that I breathe out. I kind of go, breathe all the air out. Then breathe all the air in and come up as high as you can. If you can get your elbows past your ears, that'd be good. If you can get them way back or even pull your hands down behind your head, that's good. Let your elbows come way back. Oh, good. Then up over your head again and breathe out as you come down, 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 until your fingertips touch the floor. Now, some of you, that will not be very easy. If you just keep trying, eventually your fingertips will reach the floor, and after a while, your palms will reach the floor, and you'll feel a real stretch inside your thigh. Right? Inside your thigh. This is when you feel that stretch. And you let your head dangle down like an old tired apple on a tree. And then imagine a baby lying here on the floor, little baby. Put one hand under her bottom and one hand under her neck. Get her carefully in your hands and start picking her up real close to you. Keep your eyes right on her. Right. Balance her carefully. Good. You keep looking at her. Bring her up here. You're going to give her a kiss. Give her a kiss. And then we don't need her anymore, so you just tuck her in your heart and she's gone. All right. This gets you to open your spine up like a flower opening in the sunshine. That's the way to come up. Let's do it again. Lace your fingers, thumbs up, thumbs down, and push. Inhale up, past your elbows, past your ears. There you go. And down, down, down. Fingertips to the floor, palms to the floor if you can. Head down and just hang there. And then pick up the baby and up you come, little by little. Let your spine unfurl. Good, good. Bring the baby right up close and tuck her away. Nice. Okay, third time's the charm. Let's go for it. Lace your fingers, push. Inhale. Exhale. Pick up the baby. Tuck her in your heart and exhale. So you can do any number that feels good to you. Second stretch. It's called a twisting stretch, spine rotation. You're going to twist your spine straight around like this, as though you're just on a spindle. You know how when you're in a car and you look back over your shoulder to see if there's anybody coming? That's right. And then you go around the other way. Do it with me. Just go around, look over your shoulder the other way. Look back there. Look as far back as you can. See if you can pick a spot out on the wall. And then come back to the front and go around and see if you can see that same spot on the wall, this side. Pretty far back. And then come front. And with breath around, breathing out. And to the front, breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Good. And come to rest. Third spine stretch. This time you're going to bend down toward the floor and reach back. This twists the upper part of your spine, makes it quite flexible. So you reach down here. I call it catching the mouse, as though there's a mouse back here beside your chair. Catch the imaginary mouse and bring it up. Then you go the other way. Reach all the way back here, catch the imaginary mouse, and bring it up. Let's do it with breath. You go down, catch the mouse, come back, and down, and up. Good. Down and up. Let your hands dance. Good. And up. Like a dancer. Right. So, now your hands nice and wide like this, huh? Good. Think of yourself as a dancer through these lessons. You're trying to become graceful. Gradually you're becoming graceful by practicing with your mind inside your body. Now here's another exercise which is not in the book, but I want you to include it. Bring your knee up, and with an out breath, pull your knee to your chin. Good. And down. Now sometimes I have a little too much dinner. I bring this up a little to the outside and then pull it into my chin like this. And down. Okay? Up and pull. And in and down. And up and breathe out. And down and breathe in. 2 more. Up and in and out and in. Good. Now you should all be loosened up. You should feel more flexibility in your body than you ordinarily do. Try to just improvise with that for a moment. Just stretch like you're waking up in the morning or like you're on a long plane ride. These exercises, these sitting exercises can be done anywhere. They can be done in the lobby of a train or of a plane. You can do it in the plane. People with Parkinson's often don't travel because they feel that stiffness from riding in a car, riding in a plane for too long. You want to be doing these loosening up exercises 2 or 3 times a day, and on a long trip, fit one in every hour so you can stay loose and flexible. All right, that should finish our first lesson.